Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a bit of an unboxing slash demo on the new Flexihand from Flexifinger. So I got this direct from Flexifinger in Australia. However, it did arrive really quickly to the UK, and I was updated all the way along with emails letting me know when it left Australia and when it arrived here in the UK. So the whole delivery process was nice and easy, and it come very well packaged. As you see, it was all wrapped in bubble wrap, so it was nice and secure, and then the item comes in these organza bags. You also get this little instruction leaflet which explains what you can do on it and how to use it and look after it, etc. So it's nice if you are new to using a practice hand. And then this is what the hand looks like up close. So it's quite a nice pale skin tone. I'm not sure if it is available in other skin tones. I know their old style hands are available in different colours, but I'm not 100% sure on this one yet. And then it comes attached to this clamp which you can suction pad onto your desk. And as you can see, I was just showing here that it has different handles that you can turn, so you can lock different parts in place. So that one stops it from turning, and then this one you can use to maneuver your hand up and down. So you can basically play around with it till you get it in a position that works well for you, and then you can lock it all in place and it feels quite sturdy. And then it comes nice and easily off that stand, so if you would rather use it without a stand, you can just wriggle it off quickly. And it's not lightweight, it's a nice weight to it, so you could just rest it on your hand rest, which maybe you already use for clients, so you do have that option too. And then here I was just showing that the tips are full well tips that come inside it already, and you just slide them in and out at the cuticle area, and they feel quite secure. You know, I do show later on in the video that I do file on it, and they're not flinging out or anything like that. So then I'm just using this mirror tile thing to show it attached to, as these clamps never suction on to my desk because it's got like a wooden veneered coating thing. I haven't tried this one, but I have another clamp that I use on my other two practice hands and they never stick, so I just use this glass tile thing. So as you can see, it's got quite a strong lever and it does seem to suction on quite well, but I have only had a quick play around, so I'll let you know how that is in another video. So as you can see, I've set all the hand up to use, and I just really quickly wanted to show you also that you can purchase further tips from Flexifinger as well, but they are just full well tips that slide in. So on to the little video, I thought I would just do a little design on it to show you what it's like to use. So I've got one of those full well tips already slid in at the cuticle area, and then I'm just applying a pointed nail tip. I did struggle a little bit getting tips to stick on. I think the full well tips that are in there are quite flat, and I couldn't originally get my pre-pinched tips to stick onto them. So I just come in with one of these other style tips. They're basically not pinched. I hope that makes sense. But I've stuck that on, and then I'm just blending the wings out a little bit and filing the shape up. I am sorry if you can hear any noise in the background. My little girl is watching some nursery rhymes on the iPad, and I thought I'd just get this voiced over and out of the way before the weekend. So once I've filed that all into shape, I'm then going to come in and do a clear base anyway. I usually start a lot of my designs off, if I'm doing them on myself, with a clear base, so it's just habit. But obviously with this hand you don't have to do a clear base, because once you're finished you just slide out your tip and start again. And then with most silicone hands you will find that dust sticks to them like a magnet. The same for glitter. So I just spray some of my CJP prep spray and then just cleaned it off with a dusty brush just so it didn't mount up. And then I'm coming in with a bead of clear acrylic and just laying down a base ready for my design. So if you watch my channel recently, you will see I do also use the Glamour Liz practice hand, and I love that just as much as I love this one. They both have pros in different ways. The Flexi hand has got a thumb, which is great if you're trying to practice a full hand design, and the Glamour Liz version I have is only the 4 fingers. However, the Glamour Liz one does look more realistic as it is hand painted, but like I said, I love them both for different reasons. So on to the design, I'm using Glitterama's Smoky Plum, and I've just placed that down at the cuticle area, and I'm bringing it down the nail, just fading it out, making sure that the nail bed area is fully covered. I'm just using my brush to really thin that out and make the acrylic nice and even. And then I'm coming in with this pre-mixed glitter acrylic, which is also from Glitterama, and this one's called Fairy Cake, and it's one of my favourite pre-mixed glitters from them, as it is absolutely beautiful and it is really lovely for the autumn season because it's got those rose gold and gold tones to it. So I've just put that down, blended it back and brought it down towards the free edge, and then I think I do just come in with a little bit more, just so that the coverage is nice and full on, because we all love a bit of sparkle. I'm just making sure that all that glitter's lying nice and flat as well, and then I'm going to come in and fully encapsulate the nail in clear acrylic. So I place that first bead down on the nail and blending out the back of it so that my next bead doesn't have a large lip to get over, and then I'm just patting and pressing and walking it down the nail until that tip is fully covered. And you know when your glitter is fully encapsulated as it goes nice and matte. I'm just using my brush to pull off any of that excess and trying to get the acrylic as smooth and as even as possible so that there's minimal finish filing. And then I just come in with another bead at that cuticle area, as I had worked quite thin, so I'm just building up a bit of an apex and making sure that all my structure is there. I just place that bead down, make sure I keep the cuticle area nice and neat, so I'm tilting my finger downwards so that the product doesn't flow backwards, and then I'm just blending that out over the previous bead. And again, I keep wiping and smoothing out that acrylic so that it's not uneven and that there's no lumps and bumps. And then I decided just to come in with a tiny bit more just to build up that structure, because it was a fairly medium to long nail. So I thought I would leave in the filing just to show how easy it was to file on the Flexi hand. So where the nail tip you've used as the nail bed area goes down quite deep into that cuticle canal, you do find that it's fairly easy to file the nail. So here you can see I just come in with my hand file, I contour the side walls, go down over and around the cuticle area, then up the other side wall, and then I just come in over the top of the nail, and I'm basically just making sure that I'm contouring that nail and that it looks symmetrical if I look down the barrel of the nail, and then I'm just checking all the angles to make sure I'm happy with it, and if there is certain places that need more filing, then I'll do this. And then I just come underneath with my hand file and neaten up that before then coming in and finishing off the shape. I try to work my acrylic so that I have minimal finish filing. So I'm at the point with my nails where I try to get my acrylic application as perfect as possible so that I don't spend ages filing, as filing is my least favourite thing to do. And a lot of the time as well, I will whiz over the nails with my e-file first of all. But today I just completely used the hand file because I didn't feel like there was loads of filing to do. And then I'll just come in with my white buffing block and give the nail a good buff to get rid of any deep scratches that are left behind from the hand file. And then once I finish this, I'll make sure to give the hand and the finger a good scrub to get rid of any of that dust. As I said previous, the dust does like to stick to silicone like a magnet. So there you can see I've just pulled that tip out to give it all a good dust, because I don't want any dust to ruin the top coating. And just slide that back in, and then once that's all nice and clean, I'm going to come in with my top coat and top coat the nail. I've also left a couple of pictures at the end just of the hand, a few little close-up shots that I thought you might like to see, and of the finished design. So if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you have any comments or suggestions of things you'd like to see, then leave them below, as I do love reading them. I really appreciate all the people who tune in and watch my channel and subscribe and all that jazz. So thank you, and I shall see you all again soon. Bye bye.